Hi there, this is Ella Starr with your Key Races and Bets podcast for Saturday, May 10th, 2025. This Key Races and Bets podcast is brought to you by Amwager.com, AMWAGER. Amwager.com is a great legal, U.S.-based online wagering website for horse racing with some great betting tools and perks. Amwager.com is legal for residents of most states and covers most tracks in North America as well as many around the world. Check it out, Amwager.com. You can get the written version of this podcast, the Key Races and Bets blog, free at Amwager.com. No login required. Click on How to Bet in Ella Starr's blog, but while you're there, if you're not signed up, take a look around, sign up. You'll be happy you did. I'm going to start with the Take the A Train Stakes. Race 9 at Belmont at the Big A, Aqueduct. Saturday, May 10th, 5:46 Eastern. The top win contenders are Lovely Emma, Hey Birdie, and Disco Star. And for exactas, we'll use Anascal and Love Servier. Lovely Emma is the one to catch in the race, particularly with the rail set out 24 feet, temporary rail on the turf course, which benefits horses on the lead, mostly because it disadvantages closers slightly. Lovely Emma led from the start and in the stretch in all four of her races, all turf sprints, winning one, losing two of the other three by a neck and a half length. When last seen in December, Lovely Emma earned a stellar 102 Equibase speed figure, which is not only the best in the field and the fastest, but one which she should improve upon in her first start as a 3-year-old and after nearly 5 months off. Red Hot Flavia Pratt takes the ride. All signs are go for a wire-to-wire win. If Lovely Emma can't go all the way on the front, then either Hey Birdie or Disco Star can get up in time. Hey Birdie won both her starts to date, the most recent, her only start on grass, where she flew home the final quarter of a mile from 9th of 11 to win. Hey Birdie gets Javier Castellano for the strong Cherie DeVoe barn and could pass them all in the race, particularly if the early pace is contested. Disco Star moved up quickly from 6th at the quarter pole to lead in the stretch 4 weeks ago in a stakes race on dirt and was beaten a half length and a nose for the win. Two before that, on grass, Disco Star rallied from 9th to win by nearly 5, so is another who could be coming on strong in the late stages. As for the other two, Anascal gets Iridities Jr., fighting for Christophe Clement, comes back from 6 months off and having won a turf sprint in her career debut last summer at Saratoga, finishing second, beaten a half length in the stakes race on this course at Aqueduct when last seen in November. Servier is the other Clement entered. She too won a turf sprint in her debut over the course in November before finishing second at a mile in stake at Gulfstream, but then a poor 5th place finish of 10 in the 2-turn stakes race in Gulfstream as well with no excuse. The cutback to a sprint helps Servier. In the Take the 8 Chain Stakes, race 9 at Belmont at the Big A Aqueduct on Saturday, May 10th at 5:46 Eastern. The win contenders are Lovely Emma, who could be considered for a win bet at 9-5 or more. Hey Birdie can be considered at 2-1 or more. Disco Star at 3-1 or more. And when presented with the opportunity to wager on more than one horse to win, we can gain the best mathematical edge possible by using a Dutching tool to prorate our wagers. There's a free Dutching tool at Amwager.com where all you have to do is select the total you want to bet and then select 2 horses and all the work is done for you. That's one of many great perks and tools at Amwager. For the exacta, we're going to play 2 here. The first is going to be Lovely Emma, Hey Birdie, and Disco Star over Lovely Emma, Hey Birdie, Disco Star, Anascal, and Servier. The second is going to be the opposite of the first, which is Lovely Emma, Hey Birdie, Disco Star, Anascal, and Love Servier over Lovely Emma, Hey Birdie, and Disco Star. This way, if any 2 of the 3 main contenders, Lovely Emma, Hey Birdie, and Disco Star, finish first and second, you win both exactas. Also want to play some doubles and pick 3s here. The double is going to be race 9 and 10. The pick 3, 9, 10, 11. In the double in race 9 and pick 3 in race 9, Lovely Emma, Hey Birdie, and Disco Star. In race 10, Catherine Wheel, Sterling Silver, and My Main Squeeze. And in race 11 for the pick 3, Lordship, Captain Cook, and First Pitch. Moving on to race 10 on the card, Belmont of the Big A at Aqueduct. Race 10, post time of 6:16 on Saturday, May 10th. The win contenders are Sterling Silver, My Main Squeeze, and Catherine Wheel. For exactas, Take the Money, Honey, Jody's Pride, and Gunsong. Sterling Silver is a 6-year-old mare with a pretty solid record, 9 for 29, earnings of $1 million. Better than that, Her record on the main track at Aqueduct is 5 wins, 3 seconds, 3/3 of 12 races. She only missed once. The only time she missed, finishing worse than third, was March 2022, more than 3 years ago. In the fall of 2023, Sterling Silver won the Gallant Bloom Stakes over the track before being disqualified, then winning the Iroquois Stakes at Aqueduct with a then career best 102 equibase speed figure, which she bettered to 103 in March of last year. Sterling Silver also won the Johnstone Mile at Saratoga at a mile course last summer. Returning from 3 months off in April of this year, Sterling Silver won the Biagio's Rose Stakes at the same distance as the Ruffian at Aqueduct with a 1-on-1 figure. She's very likely to improve off that figure in her second start of the year, particularly with Javier Castellano in the saddle, who's been aboard for 3 of her last 4 wins. My Main Squeeze was entered to run in last Saturday's $1 million Derby City Distaff at Churchill Downs, but trainer Mike Maker decided to ship her to New York from his Kentucky base, not only because this is a Grade 2 race and easier than the Grade 1, but also because My Main Squeeze has won 3 of 4 races at Aqueduct in her career. Last year, the filly's best efforts came when winning the 8 Bell Stakes in May and the Dogwood Stakes in September at Churchill Downs, with both efforts yielding 102 figures. Although both those came at 7 furlongs, My Main Squeeze is perfect in 2 races at this mile distance, with both wins coming at Aqueduct. In the Maid of the Mist Stakes in the fall of 2023 and the Maddie May Stakes in February of last year. Returning from 5.5 months off last month in the Madison Stakes at Keeneland, My Main Squeeze wasn't disgraced when third behind Positano, Sunset, and Emery, who just finished 6th and 5th respectively behind top sprinter Copian in the $1 million Grade 1 Derby City Distaff. With Manny Franco riding back after the third place finish last month and returning to Aqueduct and the one-turn mile, which she's never lost at, My Main Squeeze is a contender for sure. Catherine Wheel has never finished lower than third in 7 races, and like the other 2 above I just mentioned, My Main Squeeze and Sterling Silver, Catherine Wheel really likes running at Aqueduct. She has won 2 of 3 over the track. More importantly, both were at this one-turn mile trip. After winning by a nose 1 race before last in March and running a career best 100 equibase speed figure, Catherine Wheel shipped down to Laurel while stepping to stakes company for the first time, getting to second and within a half length of the winner in the stretch, and then settling for third. That was the first ever try on a muddy track, and so now with the fast track likely for the Ruffian, as well as returning to the one-turn mile race that she loves, Catherine Wheel appears to have a solid chance to be right there at the wire with My Main Squeeze and Sterling Silver. Honorable mention for Exactas goes to Gun, Song, Jody's Pride, and Take the Money Honey. All 3 have a chance to earn a piece of the purse by finishing third, maybe second, but a little less probability to win than the first 3 I just mentioned. Gunsong had a great 3-year-old campaign, career best 102 figure, went second to Horse of the Year, Torpedo Anna in the Cotillion last September. However, in 3 of her last 4 of 2024 all-graded stakes, she lost ground after leading in the stretch and ended up second each time, leading to an overall record of 3 wins and 4 seconds in 9 starts last year. Jody's Pride won the Busher Invitational last March at this 1-mile trip at Aqueduct in a race restricted to 3-year-olds. She led late and missed by a neck in the Inside Information Stakes in January of this year at Gulfstream to start her 4-year-old season, earning a career best 103 figure, but then ran poorly when last to 5 in the Azeri Stakes when last seen March 8th. Take the Money Honey has potential to play come catch me with the field by virtue of drawing the rail and having a lot of early speed. She's 3 for 4 in her career, with her best effort coming at this 1-mile trip at Aqueduct in March with the 100 figure, but she's moving up considerably in class from a second level allowance to Grade 2. In the Ruffian Stakes, race 10 at Belmont, Saturday, May 10th, 6:16 Eastern, win bets in order. Sterling Silver first to consider at 2-1 or more. My Main Squeeze at 5-2 or more. Catherine Wheel at 3-1 or more. And again, if the odds are high enough, the 2 of the 3 are above the minimum odds. This is another good race to use the Dutching tool at Amwager to get the best mathematical edge possible. For the exacta, Sterling Silver, My Main Squeeze, over. Sterling Silver, My Main Squeeze, Catherine Wheel, Take the Money Honey, Jody's Pride, and Gunsong. For the doubles, even for live in the pick 3, let's play some doubles in the 10th and 11th in race 10. Catherine Wheel, Sterling Silver, My Main Squeeze in race 11. Lordship, Captain Cook, and First Pitch. Moving on to the Peter Pan Stakes, race 11 at Belmont, Saturday, May 10th, 6:46 Eastern Time. Win contenders are Lordship, Captain Cook, and First Pitch. Lordship is one of 2 trained by Chad Brown, the other being Hill Road, who won this race in 2017-2020. These are 3-year-olds who weren't either weren't good enough for the Derby or got a late start in their careers. Lordship is the perfect example of that. Got a late start in his career as he debuted on March 22nd at Tampa Bay Downs, 2 weeks after the Tampa Bay Derby was run and 2 weeks before the Wood Memorial at Aqueduct. Lordship won that race like a horse which had run previously, going 5 paths wide in the stretch after moving up from 5th to 2nd and winning nicely. He won in spite of hopping the air at the start, and the win came around 2 turns, which is pretty tough for a first-timer. Lordship can run all day as a son of gun runner, and he's a half-brother to a Dirt Route Stakes winner, Hall of Fame, who earned nearly $500,000, so the sky's the limit. Dylan Davis takes the ride, wins a third of the time he rides for Brown over the past year and 4 months, and it's not a problem for a last-out maiden winner to take the Peter Pan, because that's just what Arcangelo did in 2023 before winning the Belmont Stakes. Captain Cook is the fastest horse in the field, having earned a field-high 101 Equibase speed figure when 4th at 10 of the Wood Memorial last month. He chased lone frontrunner Rodriguez from the start in 2nd and then got tired, as would be expected. But he won the Withers at this distance from off the pace prior to that with a more than decent 95 figure. And Manny Franco rode him to victory in the Withers as well as to his maiden win prior to that and rides him back. Captain Cook went off for 2 months before the Wood as well, so he has a lot of improving to do as a strong contender. First Pitch may be the longest shot in the field, coming off a maiden win against New York Breds last time out, March 23rd. However, that win was accomplished at the 9-furlong trip, same as this one in Aqueduct, and adding blinkers for the first route for the first time, and it was accomplished leading from start to finish. First Pitch may find himself on the lead again and get brave, and there's no knock that Jose Lascano gets on for the first time. Recalling that Arcangelo won this race 2 years ago off a maiden win, and the fact First Pitch will be high odds, he's definitely worth the risk for a win-place show bet at high odds. In the Peter Pan, race 11 at Belmont Aqueduct, Belmont the Big A Aqueduct, on Saturday, May 10th. Lordship should be considered strongly at 2-1 or more. Then Captain Cook at 2-1 or more, and First Pitch at least for $1 or $2 win-place bet at 10-1 or more. And again, the odds are probably going to be high enough that 2 of the 3 can be bet here. We should use the Dutching tool and Amwager.com for one of many perks available to horse racing fans. For the exacta, I want to box Lordship, Captain Cook, and First Pitch. Then I'll play another exacta of box of Lordship and Captain Cook. Then I'll play an exacta of Lordship and Captain Cook overall, in case something wacky happens. And then just for $1, I want to play an exacta of all over First Pitch, if you bet First Pitch to win, or optionally, First Pitch over all and all over First Pitch. It should be a very cheap bet, but if he's 30-1, it's going to pay handsomely. Don't forget, if you want to get the written version of this Key Races and Bets podcast, it's called the Key Races and Bets blog, and it's totally free. Go to Amwager.com, AMWAGER. Click on How to Bet and All Stars blog. While you're there, if you're not a member, look around. You'll be happy you did. Amwager is available to residents of most states, covers most tracks in North America, including all these at Belmont, and many around the world. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.